Oh, now I come to the questions from Instagram. I got a few questions on the post that I put up and a few private questions, or questions by private messenger. So Tracy, the lovely Tracy, who I met at SlimCon, says, what's your favourite non-Slimming World meal? It can either be takeaway or home cooked. It would probably be lasagna and chips at a nice pub. That would be my favourite meal, or a nice roast dinner with all the trimmings somewhere. I also like fish and chips, curries, but a lot of these things I can make Slimming World friendly and not feel like I've missed out too much. Tracy also asks, what is your favourite evening snack within Sins? I'd probably say some kind of chocolate, like a small crunchy bar around 6 Sins, or a chocolate biscuit bar, something like that, and some kind of crisps like French fries or breadsticks. So I've got a little bit of savoury and a little bit of sweet, and I'm sure you've seen that in my food diaries. So Tracy there also asks, if you'd not become a legal secretary, what other career would you have chosen? I kind of answered this on my first Q&A. I wanted to be a nursery nurse when I was younger, but that didn't work out. I suppose the other career that I'd really have been thinking of was a midwife, but that also requires a lot of studying. And probably in an ideal world, if we had all the time in the world and I could do my full-time job as well and replicate myself to do it at the same time, I probably would become a Slimming World consultant. It's just that time and money are both a factor. Carol says, how much fruit do you eat in a day? So I'll generally have something with my breakfast, like mostly it's defrosted berries or an apple. Occasionally I'll have a banana, so that's say 1 portion. Since I've given up smoking and reached target, I've introduced a morning and evening snack. So I'll have a piece of fruit about 10 o'clock in the morning. Then I'll have usually 2 pieces of fruit after my lunch. That's 4. So I'll have an apple or a banana at 10 o'clock. Then after lunch I'll have probably an apple and an easy peeler, or plums or strawberries and blueberries and raspberries in the summer. In an afternoon I'd probably have a pear.
Pair of what?
A pair of pears.
A pair of pears.
So we're up to 5. Then maybe something after tea, either some more defrosted fruit or a banana, defrosted blueberries with quark. That's 6. And then usually with my evening snack I'll have a pear or an easy peeler, so that's at least 7 pieces of fruit. Angie says, what's your favourite breakfast? The lovely Angie Hodson, who we also met at SlimCon. I think my favourite breakfast is probably fruit wheats at the moment. Blueberry or cherry fruit wheats with a cherry Muller light yoghurt and defrosted blueberries.
Blueberries.
That's probably my favourite breakfast. I also love my grape nuts, my Weetabix muffins, baked oats. I do tend to have a different breakfast for every day of the week.
Say that again.
Angie also asks, how does it feel to be a target member of Slimming World? I've kind of answered this already, I think, but it feels amazing. It feels like I've achieved something, but I also feel nervous. It feels like it's a double-edged sword. Like you've gone through all the dieting. I know that's not the right word, but you've gone through the whole journey. You've been losing weight, and you finally got to where you want to be. but you can't go back to the way you used to eat. You have to carry on doing what you're doing now. And that little voice will say to you, oh, eat this, eat that, you can eat this, you can eat that, have a little treat, have this, have that. But you still have to keep resisting, and you still have to keep doing what you're doing. So while there is a little bit of flexibility now, I have to be careful that I don't allow too much flexibility, and that I still keep the Slimming World principles in mind. And English asks, have you tried any other diets? Yes, I've been overweight for a considerable proportion of my life. So I'm now 37, and I've been on Slimming World for 2 years. But before that, I'd been overweight for at least 10 years, if not more. And I first went to a Weight Watchers group at the age of 17. And I was 15 stone at the age of 17. So yes, I was. And if you think I was 17 around the late 90s, so to be 15 stone at that kind of time, I think obesity and overweight it's more common now than it was then. So to be a sort of a bigger girl then was less common. So yeah, I tried Weight Watchers at the age of 17. I've been back to Weight Watchers 2 or 3 times. I've tried it on my own at home. And I've also tried Diet Chef meal, the Diet Chef plan, which is where you get meals, breakfast, lunch and dinner and snacks sent to you in a little box, and it adds up to so many calories, and you get shakes as well, shakes, soups and low calorie ready meals. And I lost weight with all those plans, but I always gained it back again. So yeah, this time I've tried Slimming World and I appear to have been successful, and I've been maintaining now for 3 or 4 months. So fingers crossed that I'll be successful this time. And also through the years, there's been times when I've said, I'll be healthy. I'll eat less and I'll move more. I'll cut out the snacks. Starting from Monday, I'll cut out the snacks. Or I'll do this, or we'll do that, or we'll eat beans on toast and jacket potatoes every day. But unless I've had a structured plan behind me to follow, then that's never lasted more than a week at the most. Jude says, hey up Jude, if you had all the wealth, won a few million, what 10 things would be done or spent with it? So I'll need to count on my fingers. I definitely think we'd buy a property in the Lake District, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I'd buy a fish and chip shop.
No, we won't buy a fish and chip shop.
Yeah, and a cake shop.
No, not a cake shop. B&B?
B&B. No, too much like hard work.
A Slimming World B&B?
Yeah, I'll make the cakes.
So yeah, we'd buy a property, a house, not a business.
Hey up Jude.
We'd buy a house. Andrew would probably give up work and we'd adopt more dogs. I'd probably continue working to some extent because the Lake District is quite near the Manchester office. So I think, it's commutable, it's doable to be near the Manchester office. So we'd probably do that. I would probably have loose skin surgery, or what's the word for it? Not personal, cosmetic surgery.
Cosmetic?
Yeah. I'd have, these lifted.
Yeah. I'd have an enhancement as well.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I'd have a full body lift. And obviously I'd have the money to be able to recover properly. What else? probably buy, I don't know, I'd probably go on some kind of cooking or some kind of class like that, healthy eating or nutrition course, something like that, or that's number 4, or number 5, which is sort of related. I could become a slimming world consultant because I'd have the money, and it wouldn't necessarily matter if I didn't make the money back because we'd have money behind us. I've already said we'd have more rescue dogs, so of course, and we'd probably spend more on charity and things like that. So that's number 6. We'd donate more money to charity. I don't think we'd have a swimming pool or anything like that.
What's the question?
What 10 things would we spend money on?
If we won lottery?
Yeah. I can't really say we'd do the house up. If we only won a few thousand, we'd probably do the house up now. But if we're buying a new house, then that wouldn't really matter.
If we won enough, I'd pay a mortgage off.
Pay the mortgage off, yeah.
Yeah. Do the house up, and I think it's just a matter of having money in the bank and having peace of mind.
Yeah.
And just
There's not much that we want, really.
No, we don't want much in life, do we?
I'd probably have something like, I'd always have my hair cut and coloured at the hairdressers. I'd have highlights more often.
I'd have a new pair of glasses.
Oh yeah, Andrew would definitely have new glasses because he desperately needs them. I'd probably go clothes
shopping. Could do with some new eyes as well, really.
Clothes shopping a bit more. We'd probably shop at Booths if we were in the Lake District with money. So yeah, we've got simple needs there, but that's the sort of thing we'd do. We'd move to the Lake District, we'd adopt more dogs. I'd probably look into doing some kind of qualification into nutrition, or probably not personal training, but nutrition, life coach, slimming world consultant, something like that. Maybe
a cleaner for house.
No, Andrew's the cleaner. I was going to say something like then, and you've maybe forgot now.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Anyway, so that's what we spend money on. And now I'll go into the questions.
You want a wee wee?
No.
Charlie, do you want a wee? Does anybody want a wee wee? Charlie, do you want a wee wee?
Rachel from Bales 1986 SW says, your proudest moment in your weight loss journey. I think there's been a few. Standing on stage at SlimCon is one, and I will be at next year's SlimCon, and I have a discount code. So just bear with me a second. For SlimCon 2019, which will be in Reading on bear with me a second, let me just go back. Sorry, I've got Saturday the 2nd of November, Reading University, SlimCon 2019, and until the 1st of January, I can offer a 10% discount off SlimCon tickets, which will be Debbie 2018. So I'll put that in the description box. So yes, standing up on a stage to speak to 200 people about my weight loss journey is one of my proudest moments. And also, as Andrew said before, going on holiday, doing 7-8 mile walks, fitting in chairs with arms, hearing people say that I'm inspirational to them, that I've helped them in their journey, they are my proudest moments. Sort of related to this is, Alec from Big Fella SW says, being the size you were stops you doing many things that thin people can do no problem, i.e. roller coasters. Is there one thing you couldn't do then and you can now that gave you that great satisfaction and proud moment? I think I've kind of answered that already. I can look after my dog properly, I can take him for proper walks, I can go on holiday and achieve much more active and healthy lifestyle. I can stand on a stage and speak, but that's also thankful to YouTube for giving me more confidence. I can speak up for myself more instead of hiding away in a corner and letting things happen to me. Yeah, just things like that. Just generally having more confidence, more active lifestyle, and trying new things as well, new foods, new experiences, new hobbies, things like that. So yeah. And Basma sent me a lovely message. I think this is the last one. I want to just read this first. This comment. This is the thing that makes me feel proud. I would like to tell you that you are really an inspiration to me, not only regarding Slimming World, but in every aspect of the life. You helped me in my English as well because you are so quiet and don't speak fast. So I watched all of your videos. Thank you very much for sharing your journey with us. So what a lovely message, Basma, and that's the reason I do these videos, to help people in every aspect I can. And her question is, if you think about the journey, is there anything you would like to change or do it from the beginning of the journey? The first thing I would like to have changed is I would have liked to have vlogged from the very beginning. So I walked into a Slimming World group on the 7th of April 2016, but I didn't start my YouTube channel until I think the 2nd of June, and I'd already lost 2 stone and a half a pound or something like that. So I don't have any vlogs from the very beginning of the journey. I also only took my measurements in the June, and I didn't take measurements from the very beginning. But I think truly it's all down to confidence and it's all down to belief. So I never believed that I would be sat here now 15.5 stone lighter. And it's only through time and through keeping with the vlogs and things like that that I'm sat where I am now. There's nothing else that I would change. I wouldn't change how I've eaten, how I've lost the weight, vlogging or doing it on social media or anything like that. There's nothing else that I would change. I would just like to have started from the very beginning. And the other question that Basma says is, I'm thinking about loose skin. What's your routine for the skincare? Actually, this is probably one other thing that I would have liked to try, and one thing that we would spend some money on is getting our bath taps fixed, because I still can't have a bath with Epsom salts. The lovely Kate from Kate SW keeps raving about Epsom salts and how great they've been for her loose skin, so perhaps that's something I would have tried. But otherwise, in regard to my loose skin, I haven't really done anything with it. I just do exercise, do regular exercise, toning as well as cardio, dynamic conditioning as well as cardio. So you're doing your stretching and your weights work as well as cardio, walking lots. And the other way I tackle my loose skin is with supportive underwear. Get decent underwear, and lastly, remember that if I hadn't lost weight, I'd still be wearing a size 32 to 34. I'm in a size 12, and I think I look okay. You know, I look okay. and it's coming to a state of acceptance, and just remembering how far you've come with loose skin. Couple more questions. Rachel, MK10 says, do you find it hard eating differently to Andrew, especially with his baking in the house? Sometimes, yes, I can find it difficult to resist his baking, but I've usually got my eye on something that I want to spend my sins on. So, and usually his baking is for somebody else at work. So, for example, if he makes the Malteser squares, they'll be for somebody at work, so I can't eat them. And then I've usually got to think, well, if I eat a Malteser square now, if I just stand and eat it now, I'm not going to enjoy it. So I need to sit down tonight and eat my 6-in crunch shake and feel more fulfilled rather than just standing scoffing something. And he doesn't bake that much. And with the meals, my meals are so much more fulfilling and healthy than Andrew's. Not in a bad, I don't mean that in a bad way, but if he sits and has a fish finger sandwich, that I might fancy that, but it doesn't fill me up, or it doesn't help me on my journey in any way. So I'll have got something out of the freezer and I'll end up enjoying that and feeling more fulfilled and satisfied and satiated, which is a good word on the plan, than I would eating some white bread. What?
Emaciated.
Satiated.
Satiated.
No, satiated.
Oh, satiated.
Honestly.
Never heard of that one before, Charlie, have you?
So, JPick, sorry I don't know your full name, says, I'm rejoining Slimming World in January. Any tips? I've sort of given my tips on a previous video, but it's just the best tip I can give you is keep going and never give up, and that's what I'd say to anybody. Keep it exciting, keep it different, and never give up. So I think that's the end of all the questions. So thank you for all your questions. These videos will probably end up being in 3 parts because I've gabbled on for so long. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Yeah.